I tend to have a stigma towards myself that I should be normal, that I should be able to do more, and sometimes things are just really hard. And being involved with this evaluation and assisting in any way, well, it helps me a great deal, and I feel like I'm able to contribute back into society, and that I have some self-worth. And I'm not the only one that's like this. I know it'll be helping others too, and that's what I'd like to do.
To be part of the program and part of the evaluation process has been, really helpful, and it feels as though you're a part of the whole process. They have felt part of what's going on. They've felt as though they've been asked questions and given the opportunity to answer, and then been listened to. So what they've said in the evaluation has been actually worth something to them and the people that are asking the questions. So they feel as though they've contributed, in some way to the outcomes.
I've found it's really good because if this evaluation goes to any way to helping someone else and helping partners in recovery work on being able to improve their services or anything, why not? It's made me realise that things like this can help other people. Whereas you feed back to partners in recovery, it's given me an outlet to, in a roundabout sort of way, help people.
We've used a methodology which enables people to control what it is that they are presenting to the evaluation. It hasn't been a process whereby we've had prescribed questions which people answer, and which I would describe as a data extraction process. This has been a process around where people have been able to tell their story, tell me as the main evaluator what they want to tell in a context and an environment in which they feel comfortable in. And it's not just their story, but sometimes it's their story of recovery, or their story about how they're finding that recovery process difficult.
Using the stones is an easy way to get your point across. Yeah, it's really, I find it really helpful.
They're a good aid in illustrating or demonstrating to get your point across, and because sometimes it's hard to express verbally, but by using the stones you can show a big improvement.
I've learnt how to get more stones over on the good side to make it a positive day. So basic, but it's so correct. It's a perfect way to assess your day. You reprogram yourself from the bad side to the positive side. That's what you got to do. I think it's an awesome idea. I reckon my stones from before are over here now, because I've got a lot more control than what I ever had before, and I've got a lot more confidence. I've got a lot more. I've got a long way to go, but I'm improving. To be able to assess yourself, you make your own mind up where your stones go.
Look, I think it's pretty straightforward. That certainly most of the stones will go over here. It's very easy, as I said before, to be a part of something that's trying to change things, and then have someone come from outside that and evaluate it. And I think the most important people to be involved in the evaluation are the people involved in the process. It's quite simple. You don't need a lot of thought. It's a visual thing. You've got two sides. You've got the stones. Separate them. It can be used to evaluate almost anything, I guess, in a simplistic way that anyone could understand. So I quite like it. I think it's great.
Well, it's meant a lot. It's got me to be able to get out and do things out of my house. I used to be always locked up inside, pretty much. since I've been with Partners in Recovery, I've been able to learn tools to be able to get out and into the public a little bit more and be a little bit more confident, where before I wasn't. And PIR's also taught me how to manage problems that I could never manage before.
Not to be afraid to do things. Fear and anxiety is a factor that keeps you withdrawn, and sometimes you've just got to push through and make yourself do things. It's not comfortable, but if you don't have a go, you just stagnate and you just make your illness worse. It's sort of like you've got to help yourself in some ways in order to move forward and progress and be open.
These tools and this methodology, by giving control to the person about what it is they divulge, their story, and many people say this has enhanced their sense of confidence, self-confidence. It's helped them clarify their thoughts. They align with the aspects of recovery in terms of hope, in terms of empowerment, in terms of having control over what it is that, or the process that you're involved in, or what it is you wish to divulge.
Being a part of it, it means a lot, you know, like I can move on with life, but I want to see others, you know, it's sort of, I don't know, it's an aspect of my life. I want to see others, you know, go not the similar road, you know, but there is people out there that can help them, you know. I know with all the stuff that I've had, you know, in the past, like 2 years, you know, I know there's still a road to go, but within me, it's now about finding myself and discovering the inner self of me, you know, the loving myself again. You know, I know a lot of people that are out there lost and confused, you know, but that's their journey. It's about discovering yourself again.
The stones, you don't even need to be able to read and write to be able to participate in this. You don't have to be gifted in literacy or oratory skills. It's not dependent upon any of that at all. So I think it's been a great methodology, and I think that probably many of the people, perhaps they haven't wanted to be videoed, but if they could tell their story about what they've gained from the evaluation, given time to think about it, I think we would probably find that most of those stories would be quite positive.